See it previewing
Yep.
and
And we're
almost
live.
here. Yeah, the software connected a lot better today.
Nice.
I know. My buttons showed correctly, so it doesn't bother me.
Well, that's
Good
good. How about you?
morning, Darcy.
Good morning, Jeffrey.
Good morning, everyone.
Yep. Good morning, everybody. Nobody's on yet. It's just me.
Nobody's on yet. They're all there. They're just living in the shadows. It's like we have a million shadow viewers. Who wouldn't want to tune into us at Saturday morning at 8 a.m.? You know?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a mystery.
Actually, I could name everybody I know.
Well, clearly, me too. We have sound. Sound check complete.
Well, maybe because we every time got to go through our checks, and they're like, "We're tired of these
We
beginner
don't.
players."
We don't need to be on till later.
Yeah, we don't need to be on till at least 10 minutes into the show when they actually start doing something.
Yep.
You want to know something funny? So I have a trackball, and it has like a little grippy bottom, so it doesn't move. But I don't like that because I like being able to adjust my wrist. And so I put a piece
Yeah.
of paper under it, and so now it's like a trackball mouse.
That's
And then I was
hilarious.
like, why don't they have a trackball mouse? One that does both.
I don't know.
But it's super nice. I love it. It's been a great addition.
My mouse isn't wasn't working so well this morning. Actually, it stopped working, which means it wasn't working well. And so I brought out another one, and I can already feel my wrist hurting. It's annoying. So
Because of what's different about it.
um, well, it's still an ergonomic mouse, but it's smaller. So it's the one that came with my keyboard. I don't know. I don't. I think it's bigger. Like it's bigger in my hand, so it's uncomfortable. Probably. Or maybe I'm just making up excuses.
No, it's true. It's true. Different mice, you gotta get used to it for a minute.
Yeah. And it's only been like a half an hour. I'm like, I already can't take it. Good morning, Grandma.
Oh, yeah. We have a couple people tuning in. And then that was exactly it. They got past sound check and checking to make sure we're live. And then us talking about the mice that we're using. You should get this Logitech one, though. It's like totally awesome.
The tracking ball one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'll
It's
think
not
about
like
it. That sounds like a lot of.
$20. Yeah, it's like $100, I
Well,
think.
no, I just was. I remember when you were getting used to it. It seemed like it took a while.
It did. It did. It took about 2 weeks,
That's a
I
long
would
time.
say. But it's once you get used to it, it's really nice because then it doesn't move around on your desk, so you don't need any desk space. It's kind of cool.
That would be nice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of cool things about it that you don't even realize that are extra cool, and it turns to two positions. This is an advertisement. No, oh, I think we're supposed to check a box if we get like paid advertisements, or something like that.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, it's not a
it sounds
paid
good.
advertisement.
Nope.
But yeah, I don't know.
No, we're
I
just
can.
reviewing it.
Yeah, we're just reviewing it. It's really, like I said, it's really nice. It converts between vertical and a horizontal mouse. It's got a trackball. It's got a bunch of buttons on it that do cool things. It can go fast and slow. Mm.
That would be nice. Well, I don't need an excuse to make my desk any grosser than it already
I
is.
know it does help do that.
I'm like, how many? Your faces was awesome just now. I think we're having some anime's technical difficulties because I keep winking and you just made a sour face.
I was
It was
taking a
awesome.
drink.
Oh,
Probably what my face looked like with my all black, no sugar, no cream coffee.
yep. Well, that's the way to do it.
It is. So let's get into this. Are you prepared?
I'm as prepared as I'm going to be.
This is our rap battle.
Yep.
It's like,
Our
what are we gonna call it?
well,
Our
I feel like I already won since I created the picture. So
oh yeah, yeah. For those that haven't seen, we got a new image for special for today's show.
yep,
Right there.
yep. That's a pretty accurate picture of Uranus there. I guess.
again, again, again with Uranus. All right, so we're going to look at space and ocean and talk about them, and maybe at the end, which is not a maybe, at the end we will have a poll to see which one you think is more important to explore. So Darcy will be presenting.
Not me, but the viewers.
Well, yeah, no, we're gonna send you to explore whichever one they vote on. That's and they're gonna pay for it too.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. An eggplant in space, and it might not work. Although
I don't know. I wonder if they've done
would
it.
be a scary place too.
I was gonna say you wouldn't want to. I wonder how many fish would try to eat you. You'd probably just sink to the bottom.
I don't
There.
think so.
What do you think? You think something would try to eat you? You might want to look.
Um,
That could be something to look up, because I know like a bear would probably get ate, but
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe by some seagulls. I don't. I'd maybe
would you
a seagull.
float?
I think
That's
so.
interesting.
I think an eggplant would float.
All right.
Well, that'll be the next experiment.
So, do you want to start or do you want me to start?
You start.
Okay. Well, we'll get the dirty part out of the way. The budget.
Oh, jeez.
NASA's annual budget. And so, I guess NASA started in 1915. And let's
It
see.
was NAC back then, huh?
$25 million. Is that what that is? Or no, it's 21 billion. So NASA's congressional testimony, the total cost of the Apollo project was 25 billion, about 158 billion in 2020 dollars. I think I saw that the total that NASA has spent to date was $650 billion.
Wow.
And that's just NASA. That's not the Chinese, I think, what is their space union? I forget what theirs is called. And then Russia's Space Federation, and then European has the space. European Union has a space program.
Mm-hmm.
And so between all them together, we've spent quite a bit of money.
And then there's SpaceX.
Yeah, well, yeah. Then private companies spending their own money,
Mm-hmm.
and so you would have three major players. There's a lot. I was just watching one about these people that were launching. They were trying to get cargo to the space station as cheaply as possible, and so they were like slingshotting rockets. It was kind of interesting. And so
Yeah. that feels dangerous.
yeah, it's actually really interesting.
But I mean, it's super cool, but it sounds scary. I wouldn't want to be in the space station and having something like slung at me. Like, well,
that's actually that's really funny. just hits the space station, or it
Yeah,
flies
well,
by.
for
You gotta kind of
everybody else,
catch
it
it.
might not, there's still some danger for everybody else, but that seems like a really scary
Yeah, here it is.
situation.
So, how does it work? It's a suborbital accelerator. Features the largest span vacuum chamber inside, where there's a massive rotating arm that uses kinetic energy to spin the rocket several times the speed of sound, and then lets go of it. So it's just like what you were.
Like, slash,
It's
sling,
kind of like, what is
slash,
that, a
sling.
bolo or something? The thing, or is it just a sling? The thing that you spin over your head, and then you can fling
Oh,
rocks.
yeah.
That's really what it is.
Yeah, isn't that like shot put or whatever?
Yeah,
The
it'd be like shot put. Yep, exactly like the same idea.
Yep.
And then this helps with the cost and the need to carry lots of fuel to get off the ground, I believe.
Yeah.
So they have a
No,
nice little video
I
about
do
it.
like the idea, but that's again, that's a little
It's kind
scary.
of funny. Space station's gonna, it's done in a few more years, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got major problems.
Yeah, that's well, yeah.
So, so things don't last very long. But all right, so I started with budget. Do you have anything? Do you know how much money they've spent for the ocean?
Nope.
Let's look. Let's see.
Okay. You want me to look?
How
I can pull it
much
up.
money spent in ocean exploration? Wow, what do you know? What? Wow, that's horrible. So that's not even fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so somebody asked, but right there you get 20 million. For those that don't get to read my screen and see um what I saw, you get $23 million, right? Wasn't that what it was? Per year for ocean exploration
It
and
actually said
research?
less than.
Less
Yeah,
than
there
less
it is.
than
Yeah.
20 million a year. And this is as of like last year. It wasn't even
Yeah.
an old article. I do try to look for our viewers, I do try to look for newer ones, but we're not going to tell you. We're not trying to mislead by giving a new or an old article. We may have not have noticed, and or it may not be relevant. You know, there might not be anything new that's refreshed that somebody wrote about. And until we get large donations, we can't go do this research ourselves. So we got to rely on other people
Yeah.
to do it for us. So NOAA, or the Ocean, Coastal, and Great Lakes Research. That's a different group. Yeah, NOAA's ocean exploration and research is funded with less than 20 million a year. Just think of what they could do with a billion. $1 billion.
That's crazy. Yeah.
They got 2.5 billion for the Mars rover. So they partner between 14 federal agencies. I don't get what they're talking about there. How much does it cost? Oh, they're saying it would cost a lot more if they didn't partner.
Mm.
So they saved themselves like $270 million the first year. I don't get what's going on with that. It's appropriate to house the ocean. Oh, they want to officially put it somewhere. They want to make they want to make it something official instead of a side project. Is what it really. That's what I'm reading. That they want to make national. Well, it's not NOAA.
No.
Oh, they got, what is that one? Ocean National Ocean Exploration and Research, and they want to change it to the National Oceanic Oceanographic Partnership Program. So NOPP, a collaboration between a bunch of agencies, and then it would cost $250 million to start up and $100 million after. Yeah, they want to increase their budget.
Yeah.
Which they kind of, I mean, to be fair, they kind of should, right?
Yep.
I guess that's trying to help
Well,
out
that's
your
great, yeah.
side. Yeah, I know. We can spare like that much money out of our space program. I mean, a private company is doing a zillion times better than the government has. Not that Elon hasn't used NASA's research to help him. So, you know, there's a lot to be said for the first getting to space and getting to the moon and doing some of these initial things. Because anybody that started something totally from scratch that hasn't ever done, you know, like something that's totally new knows that it's not easy.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't know, I think with um you know, NASA's been around for so long, and there's got to be. I mean, we work in tech, so there's that. The longer you're around, you see a lot of things, but you start missing out on or having that like maybe like a flexible brain to come up with new ideas and to see something different. Um, and I think that's just a fair thing. And so having somebody come in outside of um, your organization, a different organization coming in and looking at what you've done and figuring out how to make it better. I don't know. I just think that's how things move forward and get done better. I like working with it, if that's the same thing. $10 million.
So he spent. Oh, that was just to build it. That's all we got. So you do have somebody trying their own. So you have a little more outside of that too, but there isn't many people that are doing it. Do they have a Does the ocean have a station? Underwater station?
I think so. Can you hear me?
Yeah. You disappeared.
Because I'm not. Yeah, I disappeared.
There you are.
There I am. Hi. Yeah, everything's kind of slowing down on my side.
You're doing too
You.
much.
Yeah, I know. There's too many things happening. I think so. To your question, an underwater station. Let's see.
So, what's next? We've talked about the cost of both. Do you have a
There's only, just so you know, there's only one operational and permanent underwater research facility on the planet, the Aquarius Reef Base, and it's operated by Florida International University.
Where's it at?
Oh,
Do you got it up?
clicking on it.
Do you want me to flip to your screen? Because your screen's less guarded than mine. So, all right.
Let me know if you can see.
I can see. We can see.
So let's see. Yeah, where is it?
So we're looking up underwater base.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
there we go.
oh, it's near the Keys, or it's by the Keys.
All right.
Um,
So Google Aquarius images.
oh boy, I spelled Aquarius wrong. No,
Aquarius
that's not what I
underwater
want.
base.
Oh, reef base. Oh, that's creepy looking.
Oh, there you go. That's it.
It's like
That's exactly
this.
that was what I was gonna knock on you about. It's funny. I was gonna give underwater stuff a hard time because it always looks gross after it's been underwater for a little while.
Yeah, it totally does.
And it just
But it's
proved the point.
yeah, but it's felt it's a whole bunch of life. Look at all that.
It is. It
That's
is.
pretty
It's
cool.
just funny.
Although this reminds me, what's that movie? 20,000 Leagues or something,
Or the
where people are
abyss.
coming up. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Where they're coming
Man,
up.
that movie that gave me my deep blue water fear. The
Yeah.
abyss. Oh, I remember watching that so many times as a kid.
What
It's a good movie.
what scared me was the Popeye movie with Robin Williams. Um, when they're fighting the big octopus. So whenever I was in like, well, still like whenever I was in lakes or anywhere that I couldn't see the bottom. Yeah, I'm not scared of sharks. I'm scared that there's a huge octopus down there.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. The abyss
That's funny.
also blew my mind with breathing liquid
Oh
for
yeah.
underwater scuba diving.
Hmm.
So, all right, space station versus the underwater base Aquarius.
Well, you don't need to worry about slingshotting. Um,
You just tie some weights to
supplies.
stuff. You just
Yeah,
drop it in the water. Yep,
yep,
that's exactly
yep.
it.
And you don't need to worry about it potentially damaging. I mean, I'm sure you got to watch out for other things that could possibly damage this, but
You just put a little shield over the top of it so that if you drop
yeah,
something on it.
like an umbrella or something.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yep. So, I don't know.
I
I
would
feel
say it'd be easier to evacuate.
well, not necessarily because
No, no,
it's
no. If you had something, you got to get out to the water, right?
mhm.
But if you spring a leak, think of space station
Oh,
springing a leak versus yours springing a leak. I mean, super catastrophe. You're both screwed. You know what I mean? Like if you don't have your ship to go, but it would be. I think it would be less costly and easier to leave a ship here underwater than it would be up in space, like an escape pod capsule. I guess that's
yeah.
all you get. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If
well, I mean that's what you have here though too, because you depending on how low you are and how long you're under, it can take several days to get back to the surface. So if you don't have
mm,
that option, then you might as well be in space.
that's interesting. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't go up super quick, can you?
yeah. One of my sisters, some friends of hers that she went to high school with, um, one of the guys is a diver, and he'll have to be underwater for a a length of time, and it takes several days to get back to the surface, like 3 or 4 days. I feel like to make sure that they don't get like the bends um, and other things. So yeah, if there's like an emergency or anything, I mean, you pretty much.
Mm,
I'm just thinking of like medical emergencies now. There's
mm-hmm.
nothing that you can just be like, this person has like 3 hours. We got to get them to the surface. And it's like, well, they're not going to make it then.
So then you would really need what you would need is a tiered system of underwater bases, right? At different levels. So then you would have, you'd have your deep, deep, deep one, right? That would have basic medical stuff. But then you'd have to have one like wherever your maximum travel could be, to get up high enough, before you're feeling really bad effects from that. And that would have to be more like a hospital one, more, maybe it'd just be even like an urgent care,
Hmm.
like, just a first stop. And then you would have one just a little higher up that'd be more your medical facility. I don't see why you couldn't invest in building stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like what? I don't. That's part of. I get space a little more, but I would think. I mean, you can kind of mount things to the ground. Where space, you got to figure out floating and orbits, and
Yeah.
the whole extra thing. I would think there's a little less to having space buildings or sea buildings than there would be to having a space station. And obviously, we see that in the budgets and the costs.
Yeah. Yeah.
But is it because that like mermaids and ocean people have said don't put anything underwater?
Right.
I mean,
Um,
like that's a legitimate. Like maybe there's that whole
that's what
argument.
man was like now.
Yeah, there's
Um,
that whole argument. That's where the aliens live is underwater. And maybe they just said stay out, and everybody's like, all right. And James Cameron was like, no, I refuse to. And then you don't hear about him going down anymore.
nope.
So
Wow. I mean,
interesting.
yeah.
All right, so you got Aquarius. I don't have a picture of my space station, so
Are you gonna share again? Are you off my screen?
yeah, I'm off your screen. Space station, end of life. Because it's not going to be much longer that it can stay. And it's already outlived itself, I believe. What they expected for it. They don't expect space stuff to last very long. And when it lasts a lot longer, they're all like, "Whoa, that's awesome."
Oh, it says
Um,
that it's been around for 20 years.
yeah, yeah.
That's a long time.
Mm-hmm. Required 42 launches. That's why it's been around because it took 20 years just to build it, and then they put the last piece on, and they're like, nah. It's
Oh,
nearly the
the
length.
length.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, oh, you do. You read it. That's awesome.
You
It only
can,
has 6 bedrooms, though.
yeah, it's the length of a football field.
Oh, it says as much livable space as a 6 bedroom house.
Yep, and just to point out, it was worked on by pretty much the whole world.
Okay. Hmm.
Obviously, there is probably more contributors than others, which I think it's just like the U.S. and Russia contributed a lot, but I do believe like everybody had lots of work
Yeah,
on
I
it.
feel like Europe did a lot as well.
China too. China's
Yeah.
been up there a lot too, and Australia. I think Australia has a space program too. That's been up there, but so they're confident the station will remain healthy through 2030. So we got what 8 more years, and they're gonna burn it. Let it fall.
Hopefully they don't let it fall. It was um uh £1 million.
£1 million.
Yeah, maybe they will let it burn. That's hilarious.
They're saying any
Pyros.
cargo. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say a bunch of pyros over at NASA.
Yeah, they do like as long as there's not people in it, they're happy with it burning. Um, it says any cargo ship that comes up to it has to give it its extra fuel or tries to push it to keep it in orbit. It's kind of funny. So if they stop, I don't know why anything would stop going by it, but I guess if you are on a larger mission to somewhere else, then you wouldn't want to give up your fuel.
Hmm. Yeah. I like this comment here that says, "La la la, it's an orbit. We're still building it. Gonna worry about how to get rid of it." That's hilarious. I feel some sarcasm.
Yeah. Yeah. And nobody wants to invest. Like, see, the next one is the problem. They know if they let it come down, nobody's gonna build another one.
Hmm.
That's kind of it. It's sad.
That is sad.
And I'd say I think Russia's stuff has done um, a lot of their. They had a really long delayed module. I think it just made it up there. I'm not sure if it just made it to it, but it was delayed for like 10 years. And so, that kind of hurts
Your
things.
timeline.
Yeah, yeah, especially when
That's
your space station's aging and you can't get your new part to it. So then your next part that you would do to replace the aging stuff is going to take even longer. But instead, we're just going to not worry about it. And it's not that you can stay on the timeline. It's just probably the distractions in the larger scheme of things that prevented that to be built is probably not worth it. You know what I mean? When you look at it in the
Yeah.
larger scheme of things, there's probably like, political stuff and just things like that. Okay. So we both have stations.
Yep.
Mine's
One
prettier.
station. Is it?
Let's see. Do
Ours
we
has
have a
like
picture of it? Look
little
at this
caps.
cool space station right here. No.
That's I'm sure there's some fake undersea stations
There it
that we could
is.
get.
There we go. That looks cool.
It does look cool. I
And
wonder
it's
what it looks like when you can see all the trash swimming around it, though, too.
no, that's what filters are for, like Photoshop and filters, right? It's like an Instagram
Yeah.
photo or a phone photo where it cleans it up. I'm
Yeah.
like, I see people in real life, and then I see them on social media. I'm like, you don't look like that.
It
Why
looks
does your
very.
face look so soft?
Yeah. I don't look like this in real life.
Oh, no. All
I
right.
don't know. That did
Oh,
remind me that you told me that I look better like this, though.
I
Looking at you.
did not say that. Did not say that. All right, you ready for a break?
Yeah, actually, I am.
I think the astronauts are gonna. I was just thinking, this has been in orbit for 20 years. The astronauts are gonna be sad.
To not be able to go there anymore.
Uh huh. You
Yeah.
got a whole group of people. That's like their whole life is training and going to this. I know you got that same group to go underwater, but I think no, both trainings are probably equivalent.
Well,
I don't know. You would
I
probably
mean,
have to know more
you're going to go in
technicals.
space in the water. So,
Yeah, I was gonna say you'd have to know more technical stuff for space. Obviously, you'd probably have a few more switches in your little.
well, I feel like, well, I don't know.
But training, I was thinking physical. I wasn't thinking really on the train, but then I did quickly
I
go to
think
training training.
they both have to be super physical because you're either in
Mm-hmm.
like the weight list or in like really intense pressure. But I think both you'd have to be you have to be some sort of scientist or pilot or something. So I'm wondering, um, I mean, if you're going to be underwater, there's some sort of, you know, it's not just regular people going down there. It's um, skilled skilled laborers to keep it up. I don't know. Underwater welders is what I was thinking, but then you'd also have scientists and stuff, and then people to help keep them alive and everything.
That's what when you said underwater welders, you'd need a modular system definitely to help, so you didn't have to have those underwater welders per se.
Hmm.
Because you're right. I wonder how deep you can weld. There's probably a limit. But
I don't know.
yeah, you're right. The physical would be equivalent. The technical, I don't know if you'd really be more. I think you'd be less on the pilot side.
Underwater.
Yeah, underwater. It'd still be important. You'd be more on like a navigation thing. Because you would still have that in space, but you're not gonna hit, besides the space trash, you're not gonna hit anything, right? If you as you go up, in theory, if there's no floating like what
Well, I guess
land
think of
structures
like
in the sky, you're just
yeah,
going right out the atmosphere.
yeah.
I
I
mean,
think I just keep thinking of like the rockets. You know, you have to have your pilots, but yeah, the space station probably is just mostly scientists. I don't know.
yeah, you got the person to drive, and then I don't, but
And they just
I
drop
don't know.
off and go home, right? And
They
somebody
do,
else comes
they
along.
do. They actually drop off and
There's
pick
the
up. I think they pick up the
cruiser.
people that are coming back. All right, let's take our break,
Yep.
and we'll be back with I have on my side, I got science inventions that have come from space exploration, and
Oh,
then a
awesome.
whole bunch of cool images. That's mostly what you get from space.
Nope, that's awesome. Yeah, I got a couple cool things. Um, why we need to keep exploring and no images.
No
Let's see.
images.
Well, I mean, there's some images of
I
like
have I have an image that I want to show. My favorite underwater image. So I'll show that one. All right, 5 minutes. We'll be back.
yep. Hey.
Hello.
So, I just wanted to see how wrong I was. So the only thing that I could find where it was like, how long does it take to resurface from being in at the Aquarius reef base? Cousteau stayed there for 31 days, and it took them a day to repressure. They had to go to a pressurized um, container. It took a day. It didn't say like how many hours, um, but I thought it was longer than that, so I was wrong. But still, a day is a long time.
Yeah, I wonder if that's mitigated still by the fact that if you had something partway up.
Yep.
And then it could also be a research base. So you have like your little baby base down at the bottom, then you have your big one in the middle, and then maybe another baby one at the top for tourists, or another big
Did
one for tourists.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I did find another article, and it says Aquarius partners with NASA to train astronauts, lunar and spacewalk expeditions, um, and divers are referred to as aquanauts. So there you go.
You know, okay, so hear me out. You would have this is a vacation I would take. If you had an underwater giant facility, entertainment facility, right? And I wonder if you could have it pressurized. Like, it got me thinking from the movie Abyss, you know, how they have that pool where they bring up stuff in, right? And the water doesn't just come flowing in, right? And there's lots of movies that show that, so I don't know if it's just a fake thing or, you know, like when you got a cup upside down and, you know, the
Yeah.
fact that water doesn't come rushing in. But I don't know how large of an area or, you know, what are the conditions around that? What would it take to maintain that? Because if you get a leak at the top, now your pressure's all screwed up, and then does the water just come rushing in? And is that a problem? You know, but you have a big giant entertainment facility, and so you could have hotel rooms, and you know you have a nice area, and it's super as best as you can safe for the environment around it, right? And you would have a giant like Olympic size pool or bigger, um, where people could do snorkeling, but they wouldn't have to actually leave the facility, and they could like see the bottom, you know, what's underneath it and stuff. And then if you were better, you could do the scuba diving and actually go out and leave and kind of putt around and things like that. I don't know why they don't have something, and
Well,
even as dirty
there
as
are
it is.
underwater
Oh,
there
they do.
are underwater hotels. Yeah, there's one. While you were saying that, I was like, hey, because I remember watching.
Uh oh, do we lose you? She's glitchy today. I want to hear about the underwater hotel. See, we don't have any. Well, we did get some people that got to go to the space station, but you know, you could probably get a lot more people in and out. Oh,
Hello,
wait.
can you hear me?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, there's an underwater. There's at least one underwater hotel in Florida. And then I was just trying to get a good link for you. Um, I don't know.
I can come to your
Maybe.
screen when you want.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
All right, coming to your screen. That's pretty late. That doesn't look underwater.
No, I know that's the above water. Whoa, hello. I didn't.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
didn't
know.
scroll through
The people were like sleeping. It's like 6 a.m. They come knocking on the door and they're like, "Hey, can we get like a promo picture of you guys?"
right.
You guys
Like,
like. I mean, they looked very nice, but at the same time, it just kind of
yeah.
looked in.
There's like, okay, this is inappropriate. This is a family show.
Yeah. No, no,
This is
this is not at all what I'm talking about.
no, I know, but just to still be under the water.
No, this is awesome. It's completely awesome. That right there is amazing. That alone right there, but that
This
should be a
says
given.
the Maldives. Oh, it's only $815 a night.
Where's it
And you're
at?
16 feet under the Maldives.
Oh, so Natalia can tell us all about that. Why haven't we
It
seen
says,
pictures of her in that? Right?
yeah, rude. She's not
Yeah,
sharing.
and she's been there like a couple times now.
Let's see.
That place is awesome. That's never mind. I don't like that. That's a little scary.
Well, this one's a little cheaper. It's 160.
Oh, that's a different
This
place.
this
I thought
feels,
that was the
yeah,
top.
no. This is a different place. So this feels like it'd probably be more like the Aquarius one, where you go
Yeah.
in a porthole.
Ooh, that
Oh,
one's
this one's
nice.
in the Keys.
Oh, there we go. There we go. We can do that. Ooh, I like that.
So this one, you're 30 feet underground. Underground, hilarious. Underwater.
And a
um,
pizza, you get a night in the pizza.
yeah, right. Get some pizza.
Or wait, is that the one above it? Like, I don't know how's these pictures showing up.
What do you mean?
Is that number
Yeah.
3?
Oh, it's yeah. The pictures are under the.
The picture is under the number. Okay. Because I was gonna say,
Now I'm confused.
yeah, you can only tell by going all the way to the top. Does the first one say number 1, or does it show a picture to start out with?
It shows a picture.
Okay, wait. Hold on. Right there. See? Is it above or below? It's got to be below. Okay, let's get back to the other ones. Go back down. I like that one. Right there, that one with the bed. And that one with the dinner. Oh, wait, hold on.
This
Go
would
down
be
just...
scary, though.
It would be cool and scary, but right there. Does that mean that, like, my bed is with all the people that are eating dinner?
Well, it looks like
No.
this is a more than one, maybe.
They have a restaurant, and then they
Yeah.
have the... Yeah.
Oh, on very special occasions, it transforms to a 12-seat restaurant. So
Oh,
yeah, it's one or the other.
okay.
You can either stay there or you can eat.
Gotcha.
I would totally go to dinner there. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
So maybe it's above and below. I'm kind of getting, I don't know. That's what I'm feeling.
No, because I just wanted to know, is that the Florida one or is that the Sweden one? Because this one looks nice. If this is the Florida one, we'd be able to look this up. Jules Undersea Lodge. I'm sure that's like
Yeah,
one
well,
of their...
that's the one that I was looking at where you were like, that doesn't look like a. Let's see.
What's
Oh,
this?
the first one. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the above. So what's this one? Poseidon, go down. Yeah, this one. This is in Fiji. Heck yeah.
It's when you're 40 feet under. That's
Oh, whoa. Oh, that's 30,000 a week. Okay. I thought that was a night. I mean, 30,000 a week's not much better. But
yeah.
in perspective, I mean, that is a whole week and you're underwater. So and that thing's amazing looking.
It says, oh, it's under construction. It'll
What?
feature 22 guest rooms, an underwater restaurant and bar, a library, conference room, wedding chapel, and spa. And you get there via a 16-person submarine that you can learn to drive.
Oh my gosh. Wait, hold on. 22 guest rooms? Oh, per couple. I was like, is $30,000 to rent that whole thing?
No, it's still per couple.
Wow.
So $15,000 each.
Honey, you gotta pay for yourself. if my buddy can pay, he's going instead of you. So.
Yeah.
But that looks like
That's
an intimate thing. Well, we'll send you pictures.
That's okay. Yeah, for that much money, we'll make it work.
Wow, that to me, that's exactly what we should already have. But then,
Oh, they're working on it.
okay, so then you got to think there's a cost to cleaning that. So you'd want to clean it. But yeah, that thing's like awesome. That's exactly what I was saying. This is what we need to have a lot of. And do it so that you can protect those areas.
Yep.
Or make fake ones.
I mean, you look at places where, and I say this because I was watching a documentary the other day, and they were talking about, I can't remember the name of the place, but there had been a lot of poachers, and now the the community around had went from being poachers to conservation, so that more people would come as to vacation there and to look at the wildlife. They had um, gorillas and a few other really cool um, apes and stuff, and so they were making a lot of money, but there was there's still that time in between. But anyways, so if more people start vacationing here, then we probably would end up spending more money to conserve it. Um,
Yeah. No, totally. And I was thinking you could also, with the ocean current, you'd be able to pull some of that for your power.
hmm
So, I mean, I don't know. I would think you would be able, even if you built fake reefs, which I know they do, they eventually become real reefs just
Yeah,
because, that's like what happens.
just life.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's pretty cool. The Dubai one, but I think that one's fake too. Like, not real yet.
Yeah, this isn't.
So the number one, how can you rank that as like number one when it's not even real yet? Like it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
draw some
well,
cool pictures
it
and
says
now.
it has been postponed indefinitely. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't
It's
think
still number
that's,
one, but it'll never happen.
you know, this is what, it's not that like rich people can't choose what to spend their money on, but we have a discussion about somebody buying a social media platform that everybody in the world can just choose to go to somewhere else for $43 billion. And if you that was only $550 million to build. So let's just say you expand his budget by 10,
hmm
you know?
Yeah.
I think they could build it then. You would hope.
Yeah, right.
But you just bump it up to a billion, you double his budget, you give him 2 billion. But um and it's to a point that you made earlier, it's not that this will be the most amazing thing ever. It's that by building it, it's what they're doing with space. By doing it, you lead to more innovations and more work around
hmm
it and more things to come of it. um, you know so more jobs. But interesting. Yeah, we don't have anything for space. We have a space station and only like 2 people a year get to go there,
Yeah.
like private people.
Right.
Because I think they just had the first private people get to go. So actually
Yeah,
go
so
instead.
hopefully this will be a one day.
Yeah, that one's not happening, but the one above it, I think, is gonna happen, right?
It's currently under construction. So
Yeah,
see what
yeah,
happens.
and it doesn't look.
Let's see.
Not anymore. Go back and see if we can search the name. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Uh, okay. What? See, I'm telling you, it's the underwater people that aren't letting anybody do anything underwater. Aliens, they don't exist. It's underwater people or underwater things. The octopi. The octopi.
Oh, it's pretty big. About a mile long. Open.
Well, they need to work on their website.
Here, it's hilarious. I think it's me, but your grandma said she liked my artwork, but when I first read it, I thought it said she really liked my network.
She was trolling you. That would have been the ultimate. Oh man. Hey, that's a nice network you got there,
Yeah,
Darcy.
nice. No wonder Darcy never shares. Yeah, normally I don't have this problem.
I don't know.
It's just our show.
Yeah, we are pulling a lot of resources though,
Yeah,
because you're sending
yeah, I
sound
got
and
overwhelmed.
video.
Yeah,
But
it's
all right, so if that comes up, we'll move on to one of my tabs now. because I don't have any space tourism. Like, there's no point in even talking
This is
about it.
hilarious because these aren't anything that I had graphed for my side. You're like really making my point here.
Mhm. All right, so
Ne-
what do we got? We get cool pictures. So when you go to space and you use cameras and then you do color filtering and enhancements to make them look pretty, you'll get to see stuff like this. That's something we got to keep in mind. A lot of the space pictures are not real in the way of the color that you would see with your eye, right? I think
yeah,
they're
yeah.
enhanced.
Well, I've been curious about that because my assumption is that the pictures are in black and white. Um, but my I've been wondering, like, do they come up with those colors based on like the gases that
Hmm.
are happening there, and
I
then so
believe
then
so.
that they're like, okay, then this is probably what it looks like.
I think they try to do something like that.
Yeah. So I wonder. I mean, I guess maybe it's possible that it looks like that, but we don't know.
We know this looks like this.
Yeah, that's that.
So, maybe I am making an accusation that is not true, but I do not believe you see it like this. I don't
Probably
believe you
not.
do.
But man, it's amazing. That's a really cool picture.
It's called
It's super
Thor's
creepy.
helmet.
Oh, is that what that is?
Hmm.
It looks like a winged skull.
Only
Okay.
15,000 light years away.
Oh, well, there's one way to find out. Let's go.
Let's build the underwater space hotel
And
first, and then we could run a underwater hotel, underwater space hotel. That was funny. That's what I said.
That's awesome.
Underwater hotel, and then make money off it to fund our space explorations. I think I'm too old to go to space. It'd be a lot of effort. I don't think I want to get in that good of shape. I think I'll just take the easy route and go down to my underwater thing.
Yep.
So there's lots of cool pictures. Where's that from? That's from Mars.
No, there's water there. I bet it's.
How do you get to?
But oh, it's a super Earth. Um,
Oh, it's a
Origin.
conception.
Yeah.
It's stupid. I mean, that's cool. That's cool. Somebody's conception. It's stupid that it's not
Well, that
real.
super Earth has three suns, and that's what they think it would look
Yeah, I
like.
don't. I
Or
want to see
three.
real pictures like that. Like, see, there's nothing dressed up about some short circuit robot out on a dusty planet.
Johnny Five.
Doesn't? Yeah, it's Johnny Five all the way, isn't it?
It's pretty close. That's hilarious.
So that's where I totally believe in time travel because people from the future were like, "Hey, I'm gonna make a movie." Like they come back in time, and they're in like 1982 or whatever year that was out, 85, 86. Um, and they're like, "Let's make a movie about a robot that talks and is really cool and super friendly and helpful and
Has
fights crime."
has a soul. Yep.
Yep, and it's just like the best story ever. And they're like, "Oh yeah, remember that Mars rover piece of junk that we had? Let's make it off of that." And so then they made it
Yep.
cooler, and then we built the Mars rover after that. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
So,
I
the
I don't know.
Endeavor.
I don't remember the first short circuit very well. I did have the second one on VHS and I watched it a lot.
I watched them. I like it. Johnny Five's alive.
Yep.
So lots of cool pictures. Oh, that's kind of cool.
That
I
is
remember when they moved the spaceship. Piggyback. All right, so then I got. Let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, this is one of the first tourists to travel into outer space. Can be a bit of a buzzkill. Sure, he loved every minute, even if he was physically miserable part of the time. The next wave of sports space tourists will need a high tolerance for discomfort.
Hmm.
So that's not a good bid for space
I
travel.
was gonna say, my advice to them would be to medicate early and often. Well, if that doesn't make you want to go, then I don't know what would.
Comes from floating fluid in your inner ear, which normally helps a person to detect motion and stay balanced in space. Of course, it also begins floating. So if you have to move your head forward, it will slosh to the back and make you feel like you're falling backwards.
Oh,
Wow, this just
yeah,
sounds horrible.
I would not be able to go. Oh, seasickness. Oh, nope.
Yeah, they don't
I
talk
would be
about
sick.
this.
Yeah, I would be sick the entire time. Well, it makes a lot of
I
sense
knew about the. Oh,
why
it
they.
makes. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying it makes a lot of sense why you do all these physical tests and stuff. I was always thinking of it for um like getting there because of the pressures of, getting into orbit, but man, when you're up there, totally wasn't thinking about being seasick. Oh, nope.
And then I knew about the muscle and bone atrophy.
I did too.
Yep,
That's
that one. That one they don't hide. And the radiation that you take, and all that part, like
mm,
the not gravity. But then they're talking about the mental training down here. It's not like getting in an airplane. They teach you. You learn how to operate every piece of equipment, safe radio, safety systems. Open sea survival. For when you come
man,
back.
I mean, when you fly and they tell you that there might be, if there's a sea landing, then this and that, you're like, yeah, that probably we would probably wouldn't even survive that. So, you know, but this when you're coming down from space, I don't know. That seems like even more horrifying. Like you have to get ready, and they used to just land them in the ocean, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
then you just stay in there until somebody comes and picks you up. Oh, thanks, but no thanks.
It's interesting. So it's not a good sell. I liked, those pictures that we looked at um for the underwater hotel were a lot more appealing than what this guy has to say about coming to space.
Yeah, you're like, I could learn how to drive a submarine while I'm there.
Yeah, they're like,
Here, they're like, how to get out of your spacesuit if you land in the ocean and your capsule starts to sink.
yep, yep, yep.
Oh,
It
that's
didn't
my
sound like
brother.
space. It didn't sound like sea fun was in space. They weren't like, they didn't tell you about, oh yeah, your first spacewalk, and we're gonna let you drive like a little like outside spaceship thingy-majig. No, no. It's
there's
like,
there's no prices for couples.
yeah, the toilet. Yeah, no price for couples. The toilet, and it was $55 million, by the way, is what it
Ooh, that's
cost.
not.
Oh yeah, the whole like 2 years of the NOAA budget to go to space. And
That's
so yeah, that's a little
yeah.
sad. All right,
That's rough.
you want to take our final break, and then
Yeah, let's take a quick one.
we'll be back for some more space and ocean stuff.
Yeah, can't wait.
Cool. Nope. I'll flip back to here. Let's see. Do we got a cool picture? I think I got a picture coming up. Oh yeah, there's a cool
Aw,
picture.
I like that. It's like Snoopy. I mean, it's not, but okay. See you in a few. I'm back.
Hello. I am just trying to figure out how to do our little poll. So I'm creating a poll. And then it says add an option. Can I remove other options? There we go. All right. So, motion or stay home. What are these numbers at the end? I don't know what that means. All right, we're gonna try a poll. I think I got to work this time, and we want
Didn't
everyone.
they wait until the end? Stay
No.
home.
No, you can vote anytime, and I don't know if you can vote more than once or change your mind. I wanted to get it up just so we didn't do it last minute.
Oh,
We
yeah.
can wait till the
That's
very
probably
end.
a good idea.
Yeah. So, what is most important to explore further? And we're going to go with space, ocean, or if you want to just stay home and stay indoors, you can pick that option. I think that's all you can do. You can't go out. You can't stay home and go outdoors.
Right.
Sam, this picture of Sam here was the first dog to visit space.
I
Isn't
don't
that
think
cool?
that's Sam.
Oh
Sam,
no!
Not a real dog.
I left my coffee downstairs. I was just going to take a sip.
Oh.
Yeah, I got distracted. Grandma distracted me. Hold on.
So I guess he went to go get coffee, leaving me alone.
So you didn't know they sent dogs to space?
Not a real dog.
Well, it depends. I mean, maybe it's real.
It just says right here, Sam is not a real dog.
Well, now I'm disappointed. But it says, "Don't be disappointed."
Yeah.
So
No,
this
I would feel bad sending a dog into outer space.
we sent monkeys.
Yeah. Well,
It
I
didn't
think
go
we
well
sent
for
a
them.
dog too. What was that dog's name that went to space? Man, I got a lot of things.
Is this him?
Probably. Yep, that is him.
Lakia? Laika?
Yeah. Like
A Russian
dog.
stray dog that they just sent to space.
Aww. He was the first living creature sent into space in 1957. That's super sad. Well, he probably came back and hopefully had a better life.
Yeah, let's not look into that.
No,
don't look into it. Yeah,
story.
don't. It's gonna keep making it sadder.
No.
Because if they just found it's kind of like it's a hopeful, happy story where they rescued this dog and they trained him to be the best that he could be, and space pilot. No, he just pulled some homeless dog off the street, threw him in the rocket, and said, "All right, time to go." Probably like a couple hours before they were supposed to launch.
No, I'm sure he had a little more time than that, but yeah, who knows what kind of experiments. Poor little pumpkin.
All right. So, moving on. I had. Do you get anything else you want to show on your screen?
Yeah, I got some things. I got some articles.
So tell me when you're ready. I'm just looking through my
Oh, that's an
pictures.
awesome picture, huh?
Oh, you like the this one?
No, that one's okay, but the last one that you showed.
This one? Or back this way?
Yeah, I think that. Maybe it was that one. I don't know. I was opening up other things. Saturn's pretty.
Look at this one.
Ooh, a black eating something.
What about this one?
Supposed to be the moon being created from the Earth.
It's a black hole destroying a planet.
I guess
You
that
don't
makes more sense.
you don't believe this is real?
That? No.
We captured a picture of this. I was trying to slide it in like it was real. See, this one I think.
Yeah,
Too.
like that one.
I think this one's fake too. Yes. All right.
Well, yeah, because you can't see black holes.
So I'm coming to you. There you go.
Oh.
Oh, we got lots of. Come off you because we were doing tunneling.
Yep. Let me get my screen up because I was watching.
You were watching me.
Watching you. Yep.
So after you show yours, we'll quickly cover some items that space exploration and NASA invented.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay, I don't know. All right. Take it away.
So I found. Well, I think everybody knows, right? That a lot of oxygen comes from the ocean. I don't know. I feel like I was bringing this up more because the more we explore, the more we can make sure as things change, we make sure that we are paying attention to how healthy the ocean is because we get so much oxygen from it. 50 to 80%. That's a lot. I also found that that they're finding a lot of new drugs from the ocean, which I thought was pretty interesting. I feel like kind of so this is why I don't share very often. Because I'm all over the place. But yeah, the snail has some poisons that using to replace pain relievers, which is actually pretty cool. And also to treat chronic pain from cancers and HIV, and then some neurological disorders, which this snail can kill you, right? A cone snail is super venomous, and just trying to find cool ways or really cool ways that can help save people.
Yeah, I was just reading, talking about that snail being venomous. It says they call it the cigarette snail because after you get envenominationed, you only have enough time to smoke a cigarette before you die. It's not because at first I was like, oh, I guess it's long and skinny. It looks like a cigarette or something.
Nope.
No, it's because you only got like 3 minutes before you die. Depends. I hope. What if you're a slow smoker where it keeps going out? Does that mean you get to live a little longer? You know, what's
Nope. Smoke
that,
it
like,
quickly.
yeah, is it like stepping out while you're working at a restaurant for a quick smoke break and have to jump back in?
I wasn't gonna spend too much time in here, but I did think there is a lot of cool stuff.
Oh,
That
so
we can
marine
find.
bacteria can destroy melanoma cancer cells. That's cool.
That is cool. And that's in our oceans. That's not in space. Space will give you cancer.
It does.
um, I did find um, an article, and so this kind of came up when you were talking about James Cameron going into um, the Mariana Trench. I think he went the deepest, which is Challenger Deep. But I was what I thought was really interesting about this is like the 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 difference in the time. I mean, we're constantly going into space, and to be fair, um, it's just a couple people at a time. We're constantly exploring though, and we're sending out satellites um, and trying to see more and more out there. But look at these differences. So even just in '95, there was some mapping of the seafloor, and it was 2012 before James Cameron went to the bottom of the ocean. And to be fair, like you had pointed out, it's super expensive. Um, I was curious how deep this is because it's supposed to be the deepest point, and it's 7 miles, you know, below sea level. So, I mean, that makes sense why it's so hard to get down there or so expensive. But that is a huge amount of time. I mean, if we said we went to space in 1995 and didn't go back again until 2012, I mean,
Well, didn't we have a very similar? Didn't we have a stoppage like that? Google that real quick. Space exploration timeline. Yeah, there you go. Just yep, take that. So yeah, go down, go lower. Keep going, keep going. I mean, let's look at start. We're looking for that gap, like there. There you go. 95, 97, 2000, 2001, 5, 9, 11. So no, it's pretty steady. You're right. Thought there was a gap where NASA kind of stopped doing some stuff, but no, there's not.
I don't know. I'm feeling like maybe this isn't a lettuce was the first food eaten that was grown in space. I don't feel like that's the same thing. So maybe
It doesn't seem like a very momentous thing.
yeah. I
I mean,
mean,
yeah, I get it. Something was grown in
yeah,
space. And I don't know.
but lettuce.
Yeah, I'm with that. Huh. Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
No, it's steady
Well,
enough every 5 years.
yeah,
It's
here's
every yeah.
74 to 82, so maybe and that's
Actually,
USA
yeah.
so
So
far.
10 years
So
for
that's
USA.
10 years here.
And then we
Yep.
take out there, so we had 90 to 2000. So yeah, USA only goes every 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did have to, once you pull that out, it does change the picture a little bit.
Yep.
So about that same time, 95, right?
Mhm.
90 to 2000, big gap. And 80, really just 74 to 84.
Mhm.
It's kind of
I
interesting.
feel like there was like a recession maybe.
There wasn't in the 90s. We had, because 90s were good, right? But then you had the dot
We just
com
didn't.
crash. So that would have been like 97, maybe? 98, 99. I don't know when the dot com crash. But then you had the big recession in 2008. Hmm. Interesting. All right. What you got next? We got a few more minutes.
Um ooh, one thing about exploring the deep that I thought was interesting is that 99% of all international communications are um are in the submarine cable network. So, having an idea of what's happening under the ocean and the what it looks like down there will help us with laying these cables. because we've seen that. I feel like we talked about this before, where there was, when there's underwater earthquakes or just landslides or anything underwater, it causes a huge issue with these cables under there, um, and people getting, you know, interference with their communications.
Yeah, that would be, yeah, put a little more effort into that would be useful. Yep.
Uh, and then I thought it was really cool that, and I think we did talk
It's a
about this
cool
already.
picture.
It is a super cool picture. Um, that NASA does use underwater, or uses water to help train astronauts, and there's just other cool things that they can use. Um, so
Cool.
yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. But then my last point um, that I was thinking of is, so one thing that I do like about SpaceX, or I've heard Elon Musk talk about, um, like he wants us to um, be able to go out into space and find other places to live, you know, especially because of what we're doing here. So if you believe in global warming, or what's happening here on Earth, so one point towards looking into space is that, are we kind of, um, well, according to this article, we've reached the point of no return. In 2014, the entire ocean hit the point of no return. Um, so temperatures, they've set reset the normal temperatures for the oceans. Like it's just higher now. They're not getting lower. So yeah, our average is higher than it ever was before. Um, Hotter than the most extremes, it says, from 1817, or I'm sorry, 1870 to 1919. So maybe it is makes sense to start exploring space and find where not everybody can go, but if you feel like the human race needs to continue, finding a new planet to go to, that could sustain us, we might be kind of getting there to that point.
So you're voting for space?
I still am voting for ocean,
Mm.
but I do see the value in space, especially considering, if you take this into consideration, if you believe that we've already hit the point of no return.
Well, then that leads to my closing statements is that we've gained lots of inventions, like memory foam mattresses. I mean,
Whoa.
come on. How could you make it through life without a memory foam mattress?
I
Or
don't know.
memory foam? Scratch resistant lenses? Enriched baby formula? Dust busters?
Nice.
It was the drill's motor minimized power consumption, and that program was spun off to create the Dustbuster, the original cordless miniature vacuum. It was
That's awesome.
it was based off of a drill, self-contained drill capable of extracting samples from below the moon's surface. Black and Decker came up with that, and then they're like, "We can make this product."
Yeah.
Camera
Let's make more money.
phones. Yeah, let's make more money. Camera phones
Mm.
come from space. Portable computers. World's first laptop computer was first used on a space shuttle mission launched from the Kennedy Space Center. Nike Air sneakers.
Oh.
was Nike Air sneakers originally developed for spacesuits, according to Jet Propulsion Laboratory? Allows runners to run on air. Freeze dried fruit, foil blankets, Invisalign.
That's awesome.
It was originally developed by NASA to track heat sinking missiles. What?
And now they sink your teeth.
Made using transparent polycrystalline alumina, which was originally developed by NASA. Jeez, I don't know how you got that to that. That's kind of interesting.
That's hilarious.
High
Super awesome.
power solar cells. Um, we're going to talk about solar cells coming up.
We are
Yeah,
excellent.
I've been interested in them a little bit. Pool water purification systems, ear thermometers, ice resistant airplanes, precision
Oh, that's
GPS.
cochlear implants. Hmm.
What are those?
Sorry, I went.
Oh, you're fine.
They're
Hearing aids.
the hearing aids, the ones that connect. Like you have to have surgery. There's something on the inside. I don't know. I don't know exactly how they work, but yeah.
Um, there was an engineer that was hearing impaired and was unsatisfied with hearing aids currently available, so he used his experience working on the space shuttle program's electronics, sound, and vibrator sensor systems to develop early cochlear implants.
Cochlear. Now I can't say it.
Cochlear.
Cochlear.
Cochlear. Wireless headphones, safer highways, safe packaging food, computer mice. It all comes back.
Yep. Full circle.
Cat scans, sunglasses, ski boots, better tires. Yeah, of course.
I feel like wasn't WD-40 created by NASA?
We got memory foam, anti-corrosion coating, some kind of ulterior vision can detect signs of cardiovascular illness at very early stages.
That's
Oh, there's
cool.
your implants again. Scratch resistant. Insulin pump. Life shears.
Oh.
Charge coupled devices. Oh, this is interesting. Yeah. No, never mind. It's not what I thought. I thought it was something else. Charge coupled devices possess the ability to digitize light into data. Pretty cool. And then water filters. All right. So we're at the end of time. We have a single vote.
Yeah.
It's really. Did you vote for yourself?
Nope, I sure didn't.
So then you would win by a landslide if you voted for yourself.
Yeah, well, that just doesn't seem fair.
I was going to vote for myself, so then it would be at least a tie. So
Yeah, but
the ocean wins. What? Okay, there it is.
oh, I saw those images too. Ocean images.
I can't make it big. Oops. I'm trying to make it big. There we go. Even with the watermarks all over it, still looks nice.
Yeah, that does look nice.
So ocean beats space in our showdown. Oh, well,
Yep.
wait. We got two votes. Oh
I
no.
didn't, is it?
Uh-oh. It's
Well, I didn't give a very
50-50.
convincing.
We're
I
50-50
apologize.
now. Let's see, can I vote? Come on, we had a bunch of viewers.
I was gonna end the poll.
I'm gonna try to, let's see, can I vote through myself? I gotta bring up regular YouTube. And now,
You're letting everyone that you're cheating right now
what do you mean? I'm not cheating. I'm allowed to, why am I not allowed to vote?
because it's your.
It's because it's my poll?
Yeah, bears can't vote. It's in the laws.
It's kind of funny. I can't switch over to it. I don't know how. I wonder. I wonder if you voted under ours. That's kind of funny. Oh. Unfortunately, I don't think I can vote. Oh, there it is. Where's my vote? Oh yeah, space.
And that Ocean just got another vote.
Oh no.
67 to 33%.
Uh oh. Well,
Ocean's
even,
the
yeah, my vote. I can't get it in. I don't know how to, anyways. It's not letting me with all the
well,
stupid stuff.
you'd think that foil hat would help.
I know. I dressed up for the part and everything.
No, I didn't have any good um, free hat and the mustache. Although
So
Fishy was not.
I don't know. I
I
like
didn't
the
like it.
fish. I think you should have went with the fish costume.
I didn't have a fish costume. Oh, the fish animes.
Yeah,
But
we
then
just,
everybody would think you had had a different host.
yeah.
I'd be like, where's our normal co-host?
Well, the anime is to get more costumes.
Yep.
All right.
Well,
Well, thank you for tuning in, everyone. As always, like and subscribe. It's free. Um,
yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead and point that out again.
yeah, I'm gonna point that out again. That hitting those buttons and signing up to YouTube itself should be free. So if
Yeah,
at any point it asks you to enter credit card information, I would
yeah,
advise not to,
unless you really want to.
unless you really want to. We got a show Wednesday, Crypto
Yep.
Corner at 6 a.m. Eastern Time. I don't know what we're going to talk about. We're going to switch it up. It'll be some, of course, crypto related, but I don't know what we're going to do. We'll do something.
Yeah.
And
That's right.
let's see. I think that's it. It looks like Ocean wins. So that means that since Ocean wins, we will be making the Ocean image into an NFT.
Is that what that means?
Yep, that's what
Okay.
that means. That's, I don't know. It means nothing really.
That's more work for me. Yay. I win, so I get to draw another picture.
Why do you gotta draw another picture? We'll do the
An
ocean
ocean
space
picture.
one. We'll just say we'll put win on the one side. You know.
Winner.
That actually would be pretty funny. So you have the original, and then everybody see that. Okay, so we'll have the original for sale,
Hey, you
and
should
then
put it up. There's more viewers. They can see what we're talking about.
oh yeah. Okay, we'll put it back up. Not the cool ocean. So yeah, this image we're gonna put up for sale. But then everybody that has either subscribed and or sends us a wallet ID, we'll airdrop them the same image, but it'll have on it "win" written on the ocean side. So it'll be watermarked basically, but it's kind of funny. So
That is fun.
yeah, I think that'll be cool. So we'll get those out. Um,
Yeah, maybe that's what we could work on our Wednesdays for a little while.
mhm.
Is getting all these wrapped up because we still have to
Get our
finish
original
up.
one up wrapped up
Yep.
too. I know. I might work on it this weekend. I got a little time finally. So but yeah. So NFTs, if you've sent us a wallet ID or if you want to just talk to us first before you do anything like that, obviously, You can email us, reach out on our website, Pretending to Program, or through YouTube, Instagram, I don't know, social media stuff we don't keep up with or follow or even check our email box.
We
So,
probably should start doing that.
yeah, it's all forwarded to the one, so I think we're fine there. Um, I look at it. Well, because I send myself links for when I'm over on this account. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you for tuning in as always.
Yep, thanks.
And next week, if you aren't able to attend, you can always watch our shows. We keep them up afterwards. That's another thing that I think is a misconception. If you miss the show, you can still watch it afterwards. So, yeah, watch. And any suggestions you have for topics or questions, as always, put them in chat or email us, text us. So,
Yeah.
cool.
I guess we'll take text too.
Well, text, when I say that, it's like to email, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I thought, since it's mostly family, it's just like family text us.
Yeah. I guess text doesn't really make sense. I was thinking we'd watch some sort of Twitter feed or Facebook or something, but I don't know. So, all right. Bye, everyone.